Okay, panning it out here. Had to put my phone on the charger. Losing battery power out there trying to, walk around and talk. But I was talking about the senses and that when you receive luxuries and pleasures from the world around you, you're supposed to extremely ignore these things and keep about your business towards the Most High. And with all your might, reject all of the pleasures of the world. With all of your might. See, here's the thing. Don't you know that Babylon is a whore? She's called a whore for a reason. And a whore, the purpose of a whore, give you pleasure. So that you can satisfy an external sense within the mind. That's the purpose of a whore. And Babylon, she's considered to be a whore. So in the scriptures, when it says, come out of her, Babylon, come out of Babylon, come out of her, that whore, that cesspool of all types of pleasure and filth and uncleanness. When it says to come out of her, my people, the Most High is calling for us to dominate over the external flesh, to be modest, to be temporal in all things, not to indulge in any of these pleasures that they play the same good songs on the radio constantly over and over again, so they keep you enticed, reared in. Right? They play the same commercials over and over again because they know you can't turn that thing off. You got to receive that information, whether you pay attention to it or not. It's still entering into your senses that have no sense of your external senses that have no sense of division as to pick and choose what enters into it. The mind is the thing that divides it. Right? So come out of her, my people, simply means not to indulge in what this American dream, these luxuries of life, this money and all of these things. When you listen at the rappers, what are they constantly talking about? They're talking about how they splurge on money and they cause you to desire money and think that, anytime you're being motivated to do something with these external things. None of that stuff matters, y'all. None of it matters. External is only meant to be an aid to me, not to dominate me. It's meant to nourish me when I eat food, not to, be luxurious to me. I buy a burger that has gold on it and eat it because it's got gold. And, oh, look, I can say I ate gold. What satisfaction is that? What about my body? What about my flesh? Right? The mind is the thing that picks and chooses and gives you the things that you need. The mind is the thing that does that. But we've been living this life allowing these external senses that receive information. We've allowed ourselves to cause these things are dominating. By nature, your external senses are a slave to the mind. And yet we've allowed this slave to the mind to enslave the mind. You've heard it so many times when people talk about a guy who just wants to go around with every other girl that he's thinking with his what. Why? Because he's allowing his external member to rule him. That person that wants to sit down and smoke weed all day. You're enslaved, right? Because all you want to do is satisfy get that first high feeling all the time. This is the war that we are against, y'all. This is the Babylon we need to come out of, y'all. That sensuous whore who constantly gives us all the pleasure that we ever desire, yet never satisfying us in the same sentence, always causing us to be hungry. And thus we come up with the word addiction. That's what the problem is. We need to strive to live on everything. The mind is who I am, not the flesh, not my senses. I am not my senses. I am my mind. I have likes, I have dislikes, right? So, though you came through these channels of information for the mind, you came through this channel that I can't turn off. But I can regulate it. I can put it here. I can put it there. I can say this is good. I can say that is bad. Because the mind has what? Knowledge enough to discern the things that are received. The things that come through my members. My members. My flesh. I am my mind, not my flesh. That's what the war is. That's what the fight is. You know, my phone kept going dead on me, but just to end this video, so y'all know, I'm getting ready to start doing videos, and we about to go over all of this, and we're gonna map out the body and the makeup of the body. The mind is king, not the flesh, but yet we allow the flesh, the passions. That's what they're called. We allow passions to rule over us, and not our soul, our mind. All right, shalom to you, Israel, and just subscribe so you can receive more of my the videos that I do. And the videos I do is gonna be for the sole purpose of educating you, picking apart everything that's in front of you, so that you can choose righteousness and annihilate wickedness. Scripture says that the yoke of this life is going to be destroyed off of the necks. The very necks is going to be disintegrated off of the very necks of the anointed. So shalom to you, Israel. Look forward to another video.